Okay, guys. We're gonna start a segment on my channel called Sip and Talk. So I'm sure many of you who are on YouTube often, who follow a lot of YouTubers, have been following the whole saga with self-taught beauty, whose name is Mandy, her homelessness, all of that. It's been going on for a really long time. I want to say over a month. And that's the bottle of wine. Sorry. And there have been a number of YouTubers. Radiant Brit is one of them, who I don't know a ton about Radiant Brit or about her channel, but I don't know. I think she was the first one to make a video about the whole thing with self-taught beauty. If I recall, that's what happened. But a YouTuber who I do indeed follow, Tira Nicole, she made a video kind of telling Brittany, Radiant Brit, hey girl, don't be sitting here making fun of the homeless girl, which I totally agreed with, because at the time, the person, self-taught beauty Mandy, seemed like she was legit, right? Take a sip of wine. She totally seemed legit. She was living in a shed with her kids, her two sons, who were adult sons, not like little teenagers. I think one was 18 or something. I don't know. They were both pretty older people, older kids. And she had animals in the shed with her as well. And she wasn't really asking necessarily for donations, but she kind of wasn't not. So people were setting up PayPal things and things like that for her. I know it because Tira did, or no, she donated to her personally. But Alex, who's the not so evil stepmother, did indeed have people she's oh, if you want to donate, send the money to me, this, that, and the other. And people were send it to her PayPal, and she would send it to Mandy. Well, Radiant Brit kept essentially Radiant Brit kept being she's a fucking scammer, this and this and that. Here's the thing about that. I still kind of don't agree with that. I don't think she should have done that before she knew for a fact that was true, and she didn't at the time. At the time, there was more evidence to prove that wasn't true. It ended up being true, right? But at the time, there was more evidence to kind of support that might not have been the case. But now things have changed. So Alex, the not so evil stepmother, did find things out. I'm going to link her video below in this one. And I'm going to link Tira's last video too, Tira Nicole. I'm going to link her too. And because they both talk about it now, how it actually was this wasn't right, this was a scam. Okay. So I'm going to link those. But I followed this too for so long. And I think I follow her, Mandy, Self-Taught Beauty. I think I do. And over the course of the past, couple of videos that she's done, I've noticed too, I'm she looks like something's wrong. I mean, but again, I'm okay, well, she's homeless. She's living in a shed, and, there's been things, from the beginning that didn't add up. She can't get a driver's license. She can't get an ID. She just can't do it. She just can't get any job at all. And it's I mean, there's certain things where you're there's certain things that are easier to do than others. And it's okay, because if you get an ID, you can get a job. Well, it turns out that this girl is indeed, she's had issues with drugs, I guess, a lot of her life. This is what Alex found out. This is just kind of stuff that Alex found out. So please watch her video. I'm going to link it. It's not very long. And neither is Tira's. I'm going to link both. And has indeed been, I guess, kind of in a way scamming YouTube, because she is a person who has a disease. But the issue is that if people continue to give her money and continue to give into this and just give her money, you know what I mean? Why the fuck get treatment? Why? If I can just, tell people, hey, here's my PayPal, here's my Instagram, whatever, or Venmo, or whatever it is that you use, send me money, and they do, why quit drugs? Why get a fucking job, dude? Like, why? Like, what's the, you know what I mean? Like, what's the sense in that? Like, why not just continue on your merry way? I think it was some kind of an opioid. I think that was what it was that she's addicted to, or something like that. But I don't know for sure. And I just know Alex is really upset, and I feel kind of bad because, like, she did actually go to this woman's shed where she was living and, like, talk to her, had conversations, things like that. I know Tira is super, like, upset because she, like, lost sleep over this. You know, like, Tira's awesome. She's like Mama Bear. Like, she, like, she'll fight for things that, like, for people she thinks is, like, really needs it. And she fought hard for Mandy. And that's kind of what makes me upset because, like Tira really took a lot of hate because of the fact she was so supportive of Mandy. And I feel like Mandy had to have known that. I don't know. I mean, I know that Tira said that they've, like, talked, but I don't know if Mandy knew what the kind of hate Tira was getting as a result of, like, her defending Mandy against, like, Radiant Brit and all them. So, like, that's some bullshit. Like, you know, like, someone's getting, like, fucking hated on. Like, that's not a word, but whatever. For you. And you're letting that continue happening, and you're letting this woman lose sleep, and you're letting these two women, because we have Alex and we have Tira, like, these two women literally, like, losing sleep, and, like, when you can get yourself out of the situation. But again, drugs, alcohol, anything like that would you do to excessively, it's kind of what it does, I guess. And I myself, like, I didn't donate to her. I did not, like, send any money to any of the PayPal accounts that had to do with Mandy. I thought about doing so. I also knew, though, that between Alex and Tira, they'd at some point figure out if this was actually something you should or shouldn't do. They figured out that this is not. Well, Alex did, and Tira also posted her video today. And I'm going to link both of their videos, the last two videos they did, below. I'm going to put Alex first because I think you should watch hers and then watch Tira's. Ooh, an ambulance, yikes. Oh, it always makes me sad. Anyway, sorry, an ambulance went by. But, so you can see kind of like what they're saying about it. Like, they both, if you go to their channels, which obviously you will when I link the videos, I don't know if they're going to unlist the other videos about Mandy. I think they both said that they were. Actually, I'm fairly certain they both said they were going to unlist them. But I watched them, like, both right in a row. I know at least one of them said that. And, yeah, I mean, you know, it's unfortunate because drug addiction is very serious. And, you know, as you can see, it messes up. It fucks more than one person over, dude. So it fucks you over and your family. But, like, then you have these other people who, like, are people you don't know personally who are actually trying to help you, who have both made videos trying to help you, who have both tried to get things for you. And you know that you're doing what you're doing, right? So anyway, I really hope that Mandy, I mean, I've watched some of her, and I do think she's a good person, and I think that she's just in a bad way. And I think that that's totally possible. I think that wonderful people can get in a very bad way, and I think that's what's happened to Mandy. Personally, myself. And I hope that she sees all the videos that people are making about her and that she decides to get help. Because as I've heard, again, Alex's video, which will be linked, she has a very good opportunity to get help. One that would cost her nothing. So that is your TED Talk for today, you guys. Again, I'm going to link Tara and the Not So Evil Stepmother, Alex, below. Both are great. Check them out. and I'm going to go and finish my wine. I was off today, so that was good. I work tomorrow, though, so gotta cap it at this one. That's okay, though. Anyway, yeah, I mean, sound off in the comments below. Please keep it respectful. We don't do the disrespect shit here. We just don't do it. We just don't do it. I don't want to hear no trash talk about Radiant Brit. I don't want to hear no trash talk about Mandy. I don't want to hear anything about Tira. I don't want to hear anything about Alex. Anybody I mentioned in here. I don't know very much about Radiant Brit at all myself personally, other than, like, you know, people have voiced her not being as, I guess, I don't know, respectful to Mandy. I do, but here, seriously, I don't know anything about Radiant Brit to, like, actually sit here and talk about her, so I'm not going to. Like, I don't know. Alex and Tira, I do, so I'm going to put their stuff, again, their videos below. I know I've mentioned this like 500 times, but please watch their videos because you really need to know what's going on. And Self-Taught Beauty, who is Mandy. I really do. I don't know much about her, but I know that what I do know is that she needs to get her shit together, and it's hard, and she does need help. And I think that sending her money is not going to help her, guys. Like, she's going to just buy more for the, that's what they do. They buy more shit, right? So don't do that. Just don't, that's not going to help. You know, I think people just saying, I'm not sending you anything. So figure it out is what's going to actually get her to figure it out. And she's not going to, and Alex will mention her video. She has a good life. Like, Mandy has a good life. She will be okay. Stop sending her money, though. Okay? Anyway, have a great rest of your Tuesday evening. I hope you guys watched Teen Mom. I don't hope you did. I don't care either way. But anyway, have a good night.